Additive manufacturing is a different way of making structures. So if you think about how we normally make something out of wood or metal, we start with a big block of it and we mill or cut away elements until we get the shape we want. That's subtractive manufacture. In additive manufacture, we start with some raw material, generally in quite small bits, so powder or liquid form, and we build the structure out of it by assembling smaller bits into steadily larger bits until we have a complex 3D structure. The most common form of additive manufacturing is 3D printing. So 3D printing applications range from rapid prototyping through specific bits of pharmaceutical manufacture through even to really high value things like bits of jet engine. There are a few different benefits to additive. One of them is in changing my design rules. So I can make structures I couldn't previously make, and that's brilliant. So that can be really helpful in terms of heating and cooling because the geometry matches there. But it can also be really helpful from a business perspective. So I'll take an example of 3D printed jet engine parts. One of the things that determines the service interval on jet engines is seals and joints. So if we make a large number of parts conventionally, then we have to join them up, and each of those joints defines part of the service life. Or I could 3D print a single monolithic part I can't make any other way. That reduces the service interval on that part, which is a genuine business benefit. From a sustainability perspective, one of the things that takes a lot of energy is shipping finished products around the world, because we have a few large manufacturing facilities and the whole world wants the product. So what you can imagine doing is taking a more distributed approach and a digital file of what I want to print and the ability to make it in situ. So I use the material I need. I don't use any more, I use the material I need to make the product. And the second one, I've made it locally. I've taken a huge amount of energy out of the supply chain. And of course, I've got the convenience. The product is created at point of need. So we don't make more than we need. We make what we need when we need it. Some of the challenges with additive manufacturing. We'll talk about materials first. Not all materials can be 3D printed or additively manufactured. You require ones where you can melt them or set them in situ, because that's how you create the complex 3D structures. Most of those are plastics. And plastics aren't inherently a bad material in and of themselves, but you do need to think about how we use them and how we dispose of them. In addition to the materials challenge, from a business perspective, additive manufacturing is brilliant for prototyping, but it's not great for mass production at high volume because it's slow comparatively and energy intensive comparatively to a highly optimized specific manufacturing process. So additive is great for customization, it is great for prototyping, it is great for low volume, high value, but it is not necessarily the right manufacturing tool for mass production. So as with pretty much every technology, it has its place. And when it's used in that place correctly, in an educated way, it can reduce waste. It can significantly improve user experience and product quality. But it isn't a silver bullet, it doesn't solve everything, and it isn't always the right choice. So in terms of reaching its potential, one of the best things governments or users could do is make sure that they use it properly. It is not right to say that additive is a generic manufacturing process that can be applied to everything. It is right to say that there are some genuine benefits to using it in specific industries for specific tasks. Be that prototyping, be that high value, low volume, be that specific things that are hard to make in volume but critically important that we want to make without the need to ship it around the world. The other one is in developing the skills required to actually use the technology. Three brilliant examples of additive manufacture. One of them is something you can just about, we're seeing starting to hit the market. That's 3D printed pharmaceuticals. Part of the reason for that might be customization, but another example is in more effective drugs. When you make a tablet or something, you smash powders together and that creates a solid structure. That solid structure is dense, it doesn't release very quickly when you eat it. If you need to get the drug into a bloodstream quickly, that doesn't work so well, and it would be better to have something that releases faster. Through 3D printing, we can create a structure that's porous, has a really high, and therefore has a really high surface area. That high surface area means that the dissolution happens faster because surface area really matters in chemistry. That dissolution happening faster means that the drug gets into the bloodstream faster, which really can save lives. Sticking with the theme of surface area, my second example, filters and catalysts. Again, a chemical process that works via an interaction with whatever you're reacting and a surface. The more we can increase the surface area of, let's say, our catalyst, the more efficient our reaction will be, so the less energy or raw material we end up using in order to do whatever industrial process we happen to be doing at the time. One of the things that really excites me, and this is further out, but is an area of real research effort, is 3D printing human tissue. Because if you can 3D print human tissue, you can 3D print human organs. And if you can 3D print human organs, imagine what that can do for the quality of life and the quality of healthcare provision. We don't need to wait for transplants. We don't need to create artificial mechanical organs. When we need, for whatever reason, to replace an organ in a person, we can do that by creating what they need that's compatible with them when they need it. And just think what that could do for the quality and length of human lives. When additive manufacturing is used properly, making the best use of what we can do with it, it is a phenomenally powerful tool and has the potential to be an even more powerful tool across everything from chemistry, biology, medicine, manufacture, all of which are fundamental to how we live, how we use the resources around us.